Hi, Anita. So, oh, I forgot to put on earrings this morning. Most unlike me. Oh, well. So, I was thinking we would take a look at my latest order from Bargain Bead Box. There are 3 of the little Valentine's bundles in here. And so, definitely we'll take a look at those, and then we're going to put those in one of my boxes. I have decided to combine the 3 because the findings are all the same in every one of them. It's just the beads and such that are different. So we'll put those in a box. There's also some other things that I got in here. So let's turn down and we'll go over these things. And we can see what we've got here. Hi, Cindy. How's it going, hun? So, hey, Tina. So here we go. Look, I got fake fingernails on. This is the first time I've used them, and I already damaged this one. I put them on this morning. And the instructions, since it's the first time I've ever used them, said if your fingernail seems to be between 2 sizes, go with the smaller size. So I did with my little fingernails here, and I think I may have chosen too small. But that's all right. I'm not sure if I have another one of this size. If I do, I might pry this one off and put a different one on since I did damage it already, but we'll see. But as I commented on Becky and Jenny late night one day that I didn't wear fingernail polish because I always chip it up really fast. And Becky suggested, well, I don't wear polish. I use the fake nails. And she said you should try those. So this is my first try. I got a shorter one, not those big pointy ones, because I knew I wouldn't be able to bead with those. You know. But you missed my beginning? Oh, I haven't said what the doctor said, so you really didn't miss too much. I was just saying that I've got this order from Bargain Bead Box, which has 3 of the Valentine's bundles in it, and I'm going to put them all in one 18 slot box like I do. She had a tutorial. Yeah, I watched it. So I did, and then I did what the instructions on the nails said to do. These are interesting because see how they're red in one way, and then if I turn them, they're sort of a coppery brown color. So I thought they were pretty cool, but I haven't. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever used them, so we'll see how I feel about them. What did the doctor say? It wasn't actually a doctor's appointment. It was a pre-anesthesia appointment where they asked me a bunch of questions and then did some tests to make sure that I'd come through the anesthesia all right. Got weighed, which I was actually down a couple of pounds. So I was surprised because, you know, we've had the holidays. And then I had blood test, blood pressure. I got a lovely bruise on my arm from the blood test. And then the nurse practitioner went over all kinds of things with me, and then gave me the showering instructions and what pills I had to stop taking before my surgery, all that kind of wonderful fun stuff. So a couple of them I have to stop like a week before, and I'm like, one of those is my meloxicam, which I take for my arthritis, and and I'm like, and I'm like, you know, I remember last time when I had the other surgery, doing without my meloxicam was not fun because it's you know what helps with my arthritis. So anyway, here is my bag of stuff from Bargain Bead Box. And we have, I got the strawberry quartz bundle, the rose quartz bundle, and the Amazonite bundle. We'll look at those three last because we're going to first go over, look at my little order I got here. And this is one of my free gifts. I got two because these are actually two orders that they bundled together. And I thought this was with my rose quartz bundle. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. It's almost looks like rose quartz. It's not, it's glass, but you know. The other free gift was a few copper bead caps. Looks like there's 6 in here. So each of these bundles, excuse me, need a little water. Hey, Don. You missed out on the Amazonite bundle. It went really fast. I was right there on site when they opened them up, so that's how I managed to get them. The strawberry quartz bundle was $25.99. The Amazonite bundle was $26.99. And the rose quartz bundle was $23.99. They all did accept your 30% off coupon now, which took $7.20. I did these in 2 orders, so it took $7.20 off of the rose quartz, but then of course they added the $3.99 for shipping, so it ended up being $20.78. So not bad. Anyway, here is my goodies that I have ordered. First one is 7630. That is CZ, so it's this one. 16 pieces of 8mm check press glass Druk round beads in Montana blue. This is, of course, a really, really dark blue. Come on, Trey. Let's come out of there. So really, it's sort of a gray-blue color. It's pretty. The next thing is 16 pieces of 8mm check press glass Druk round beads in pale blue opal. The opal, of course, is what gives it this sort of weird shimmer. Looks like maybe it has a little white mixed in to make this color. It's pretty. You forgot to weed your cart ahead of time. One thing I try to do, because inevitably there's things that have sold out prior to your checkout, is I go and I click on each item that I want and I see how many there are. I mean, because I put some things in my bin that only had 3, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take that out of the bin because inevitably it'll be gone and it'll slow me down. So that's one thing I always do when I'm buying stuff. So 4 pieces of 19x17mm enameled double triangle charms in gold and pink. I have some of these in blue, so I decided to get the pink one also. I figured these will be cute for earrings. But yeah, I check the quantity. That's one thing. When it gets close to the time that they're gonna let them loose, I go in, because if you do open up the main form for that piece, it will tell you how many they have in stock. And if the stock is really low, I'll just say, you know, I can do without that. I want this for sure. So then I'll just automatically take it out of my bin, just so I don't have to worry about not getting my time screwed up, because I have all these things that are dying in my bin. So ear 99, I got 2 bunches of these. These are little surgical steel teardrop ear studs with a hole. It says ear nuts are, yeah, they are, but I usually take those off. I don't care for those. So it's the little teardrop shape ones. I got 2 sets of those. They were 99 cents a piece. Forgot to tell you how much the beads were, didn't I? The beads were $1.29 for the 16 pieces. Now I know, there they are. And then we have earring 310 is 10 pieces of 15 by 12 millimeter stainless steel round lever back earrings with an open loop. They were $1.39. These are the ones that are round rather than the regular oval type, but the lever back works the same way. They're just round instead of the, I guess they're sort of a kidney shape, but so I've never used this type, and I decided, you know, those are sort of cool looking. I'm going to have to try those. Yeah, come with bundles, and sometimes they don't. Like when you get the special bundles that they give you free, there's never an itemized list. Okay, what are we doing? Sorry, it looks like we went out for a second there. You didn't like the strawberry quartz bundle, Dawn? And a lot of times with the companion bundle, they don't have one either, which that's where it bothers me out. 4 pieces of Celtic knot pendants in antique silver. That's these guys. Were $1.79 for the package. Now these are one of my favorite Celtic knots. I like all of the little loops and swirls and stuff in those. So there's 4 of those in the package. Like I say, they were $1.79 before I used my coupon. Next is a 10 pieces of 24 by 18 round floral 3-loop links. Now these are different. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but this isn't it. They were $1.99 for the 10 pieces, and they had to have just 3 loops. So I thought, oh, well, this is interesting. You can use these for, like if you're going to use them for an earring, you can put something between, like a chain with maybe a few beads hanging on the chain to go from side to side. You can put them in a necklace and just do double strands off this, though it is different. I'm used to when they have 3 like this or multiples, either having 4 or having 1 definitely at the top and then 2 towards the bottom, but these are, well, different. You love seeing what I get, but you want it. It always makes you want it. I can understand that. Then I got 2-piece 46 by 26 fancy teardrop chandelier links. I got 2 bunches of them, and I know the other one should be right here somewhere. If it's not, we'll find it later. Oh, there it is. So these were $1.09 for the pair, and so this is they. I thought this was a really pretty chandelier here. So that's why I got 2 sets of these. Like I say, they were $1.09 for the pair. Next is 20 pieces of 8 by 4 millimeter brass clamshell 2 loops crimp knot cover bead tips in rose gold. I have some rose gold Coriana chain, so I wanted something to go with that. So these are just the little clamshells in rose gold as opposed to gold or silver. So I thought those are pretty handy. Actually, I'm going to put them over here where my wire's at. Next is 10 pieces of 15 by 13 millimeter turtle bead frames, antique silver. So here's these guys. Says the interior diameter is 4 by 4.5 millimeter. So it's got to be a small bead to go in the middle of our little turtle trap here. I don't know. I don't think a 6 would fit because it says it's 4.5. So probably need a 4-point bead to go inside. But it's a cute little turtle frame. And there were 10 pieces in the bag for $1.29. Next, we have 10 pieces of 16 by 8 millimeter dotted filigree floral links in antique copper. That's these guys that were in one of our kits not that long ago. You can see it's right there on the top. It's $1.29 for the 10 pieces. So I like these. I sometimes put these in earrings because they make a nice little connector between like the charm and then a bead or something up above. They make a pretty earring that way. So there's those. I have to have surgery. Ugh. So next is 10 pieces of dotted filigree floral link. Oh, that's what we just looked at. Sorry. Next is one piece approximately 30 by 22 by 24 by 18. So that's a various size. It could be 30 from anywhere from 30 millimeters to 22 millimeters by 24 millimeters by 18 millimeters. So somewhere in that range. And it is a dyed and heated carved goldfish pendant. It's carnelian. He was $2.99. His hole runs right here to right here. So isn't he a cute little guy? See my little fishy? So I think he's really, really cute. He'll need to go in my pendant box here pretty soon. My next pendant is a 61 by 18 millimeter feather pendant with a 14 by 10 millimeter turquoise dyed magnesite accent in antique silver. It was $2.29. Isn't that pretty? I had one that we made a necklace with last summer sometime that had a tiger's eye piece in here. So I thought that's really pretty. It's got a built-in bell. So it's part of the pendant. You can't take it off, obviously. So anyway, I think that's really pretty. So did Brandy come in? I missed seeing Brandy come in. Hello, Brandy. What are you wanting me to hold flat under the camera? I didn't see that until just now. Oh, something that had the 3 connections on it. Okay. Yes, I'll get them back out. The ones I said were sort of weird. Okay. That's these guys. And see, it's an interesting little bugger. So I don't know. It's different. I'll have to see how those play out when I start working with them. Next is a 10-gram bag of corrugated rondelle spacer beads in antique silver. That's these guys. Turns out I didn't really need these. I had quite a few of them in my stash, but they're nice bead. Those were $1.29 for a package of 60. Then we have 50 pieces of 5 by 3 millimeter corrugated rondelle spacer beads in antique bronze. These were $1.49 for the 50 of these. Sort of small, but I don't have a ton of bronze spacers, so I decided I needed some more. So there's our bronze spacers. And next is 50 pieces. Oh, that's the ones we just looked at. The next one is the 20 pieces of 8 millimeter rhinestone spacer beads in crystal AB. They're $1.29 for the 20 of them. And these are the wavy spacers. Oh, these are the kind that if you find the proper bead cap, you can. This is the one they make, the those cool ones we had in our kits, the little double ones, because they're wavy. So, but and they're the AB, so they have all the different colors flashing around on them. I thought they were pretty. I love a crystal spacer, so. Oh, thank you. I think you were both a little later than when I was looking at them. I was saying that I decided to try some fake nails. Becky Foster suggested, since I said I always chip up my nails and that's why I don't ever paint them. So she suggested trying some press-on ones. So that's what these are. And so it's the first time I've ever used them. We'll see how I like them. Next is 4 sets of 19 by 15 millimeter, 21 millimeter bar, ornate round toggle clasp. These are the ones that were in, was it Time Traveler? No, I think Time Traveler is bronze. It might be the new one. But anyway, I used this piece to make that little necklace. And then they have these pretty toggle bars. Now, this toggle bar is pretty, but I don't like the way the piece is here. If it was up here on the top, I could use them for earrings and just loop earring beads down them, but I don't know. We'll see how I decide to use them. I may even just use them for toggles because they do have that bigger ends, so they don't slide out as easily. I don't use toggles a lot because I don't like them sliding out of when there's not enough weight. So my last 2 pieces on this that are regular pieces, other than my bundles, are these 2 lobsters. We have antique gold and antique bronze. Other than that, they're the same. They were $1.69 for 2. They're a good sized lobster. This is the size I usually use if I'm making like a, ooh, it's sticking. I hope it doesn't, it works all right. This is the kind I use when I make purse charms and such. Okay, that one's all right. So there's antique gold and then antique bronze. This one's sticking. I'm going to have to see if I can get it to loosen. Oh, boy. That's not good, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll worry about it later. So there's the gold, and then here's the bronze. So that is the regular order part. And the other thing we got was, of course, our bundles. So let's get our bundles out, and we can put them in the box as we go along. As I said, the bundles are all thank you. I'm glad you like my nails. Like I said, we'll see how these go. I'm not much of usually a nail person, but I decided after some encouragement that I'd give them a try. So I got the Amazonite, the strawberry quartz, and the rose quartz bundles. Now, as I said, I did glance through these. The spacers and such are all the same in all three bundles. So we have bag number 29. We have some little teeny weeny bead caps. Let's get the tray back out. Now these don't have little cards on them, so, but oh, there's a different kind of bead cap in there. It's still a teeny weeny, but it's a different style. See, right there, that one, slightly different. I think I like that one better. So that's one of our sets of bead caps. Then we have these little square spacers. I'm pretty sure all of the findings, though, are the same. So we have little tiny square spacers. Oh, I guess they have some faceting on them. They're not just straight squares. That's cool. They're cute. We have some heart chain. See, it's got little hearts all over it. In fact, every link is a little heart. So it's pretty. I don't know if you can see it very well. There we go. So that's the chain. And then they have toggles, a little heart toggle. Now, since I did get multiples of these, I can make these in earrings since I've got 3 bags, and I'm pretty sure all of the findings are the same. So it'll make some pretty little earrings with this little toggle. So now the other things in the box are the beads and the findings, and these guys have this is the Amazonite ones. We have two little hearts charms for earrings, or if you prefer, a little dangle off of a bracelet. And then we have this elongated heart for the main focal piece. Oh, try gel polish. It's a thought. So anyway, those are our main pieces, the focal and the 2 charms in the Amazonite. And then we have 3 different beads. This is a 6 millimeter. And then we have it looks like probably a 4. And this little 4 these are rounds, straight rounds. And then we have faceted little 4s. Bet these would go in my little turtle. So that's the, and then lastly for the Amazonite, we have these little hearts. Come on, little heart beads. Now, most of the kits seem to have slight variations on the beads, but other than that, they were sort of the same, other than different beads, gemstone types. These little Amazonite hearts are pretty cute. So that's the Amazonite bundle. Now, this is the strawberry quartz. Out you come. Save those big bags and get the labels off, and then they'll make be good for to put my extra large hairbreadths in. So again, we have our chain with the hearts. Ta-da. Then our little faceted cubes. These are the same spacers. That's what I was thinking, that everything was the same other than the beads. So our little square spacers. And then our tiny little spacers are here. These are really tiny bead caps. Looks like none of the weirdo ones are in here, though. They have hearts on the side. Oh, I was thinking when they came out with the new when I saw the new preview, that they had some heart more like this, except for they were more of a regular heart rather than this elongated heart. So there's our toggle clasp. So as I said, they're the same, so we can, and they're actually double-sided. So I can make some really nice earrings with these toggles. So now again, we have our little charms and our necklace focal piece that they're the same shape as the other ones, but they're instead of Amazonite, they're strawberry quartz. And then our beads are again a 6mm round, a 4mm faceted round, and the little hearts. Now these hearts look to be about the same shape as the hearts that were in the Amazonite. I think they're a little different in the rose quartz, but there's the little hearts. You finally figured out the magical crimpers? Yeah, the heart chain is pretty. Oh, that'll be fun, Dominica. So then we have the little faceted ones. It's always nice to see a friend you haven't seen for a long time. So there's the faceted, and then there's the 6mm beads. Though actually those, are they? They look a little smaller, so I'm wondering if they're actually 5.5 rather than 6s. Where's my caliper? It was right here. What did I do with it? 5.9. Wonder if the Amazonite's a little bit large. it is 6.4. Okay, well that explains why it looks bigger. Anyway, that is the strawberry quartz. Now we have our rose quartz. Yeah, the Amazonite went really fast. And then I think the next one to go was the strawberry quartz, and this rose quartz was the last one to go. Because when I went back for this, I was thinking of getting one of the amethyst ones. It was Amazonite, strawberry quartz, lapis, amethyst, and then this one was last to go. So anyway, we're back to all metals. Here's our chain. This is such a delicate little chain. It's so cute though with all the little hearts on it, but it's really, really delicate looking. It feels pretty strong, but it's still really delicate looking. So into your spot. Then of course we have our teeny weeny bead caps. Looks like no weirdos in this bunch either. Hey, Angel. Welcome in today, sweetie. Oops, I knocked one of the bead caps out of the box. Managed to get it. And then, of course, our faceted cubes. I don't think I have any faceted cubes in my spacers, so now I do. Gold ones. And the toggle. Now, this is my third toggle, so I have an extra one if I make the one into the other two into earrings, but I still have one. So there's our toggle. Now our little charms and our elongated heart focal. Mine's a nice, rather deep pink for my focal, so though my little charms are a little lighter colored, but I do like this color of this focal. So, and then of course we have our 6mm ones. These are a little lighter colored. What size are these actually? 6.5 again. So pretty little rounds. Then we have our faceted little guys. That's a long strand. Looks like it's at least 15 inches probably. But it's pretty little rose quartz faceted beads. And lastly is our little hearts. Now see, these little hearts are a slightly different shape. I mean, they're heart shaped, but they don't have the rounded edges. They're straight edges. By that, let's show you what I mean. See how these are like straight cuts or crossed, and these are sort of rounded down. So the difference between the hearts there. Hi, Anita. I have no clue if they have more of the chain. A lot of times when they make up these bundles, they don't have extras. I know that's true of the companion bundles because there's stuff I wanted in the companion bundles that were not in here. So I have 2 extra slots. I could have put charms, but not all of the charms could have gone in their own box. But so there's my box with all my pretties in it from my 3 bundles. So Now, the last thing, the other thing we have is, oops, the package is open up here. I need to grab hold of it so I'm not dumping everything out. Is my order from Aunties Beads, which had an error in it. And the error is that this spool of turquoise satin cord was supposed to be a roll rather than just a spool, and it was supposed to have 144 yards on it. I have contacted them, and they did tell me they will make it right, so that's good. So, because it's a big difference in price for one, and I'm missing 139 yards. So, boy, that took a long time before they decided to open it, but at least they have opened it now, so that's a good thing, Anita. So, besides the turquoise that I ordered, I got another spool of red, $268 for that spool. A spool of dark gray, which was $297, and a spool of navy, which was $268. So that's all my satin cords. So besides those, I got some of these are stuff we got before, but these ones are new. I haven't got these guys before. These are really pretty. BCB $15.97. They were $1.20. These guys are all on sale. I like to buy from Aunties Beads because they have some beautiful sales. What do I use the satin cord for? I macrame. See if I've got one close by that I can pull down. Oops. Well, I didn't quite want to make it go down like that. This one is one of the macrame bracelets I made with the satin cord. So, makes a really pretty. These are large hole beads with a large hole spacer in between them. I think this one turned out really nice. I like it a lot. So, yes, that's true. Or a, what do they call it? A double happiness, the Chinese knot. Also, they use that kind of cord for that. So anyway, I got some more odds and end things here. I got some more of these Siam triangles. I thought these were really pretty. I got two sets of these. Look at the red on those. Aren't they pretty? Does the red show up good here? I know Randy's camera doesn't do red worth beans, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But I think this red is deeper than what's showing on the camera. So, Dawn, I have a Facebook page which is for just putting my pictures on and stuff. It's in Rose's Garden. I don't know what they call the type of page. I haven't really thought about it too much, but that's where I usually have people post pictures and stuff. So Then I got another one of the crystal one triangle pendants. This one has rose, it says it's rose gold plated around the edges. I had one other set of these. I haven't used them yet. I thought they were pretty. So I got another set. I like a couple of sets of things. So if I make something but I want something else, I can always make something. So this one's just the crystal. I got another set of the fuchsia. If you recall, this is the color we made the double heart earrings with. When we made those, we used the fuchsia beads, triangle beads. I think this pink shows up. But, oops, come back here, you. Now I got, this was a color I hadn't got before. They called it, it's smoky quartz with the gold frame. I got 2 sets of these. Oh, I haven't been saying how much they cost. $1.20 for these pairs. But as I said, they're on sale. Their regular price is like $2.99. So, thank you, Don. I will check that out. So this is the with the smoky quartz color inside. Oh, look, when I turn my fingernail like that, it almost matches. You sent it through Messenger? Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, I also got 2 of these packets. They were also $1.20 for the pair. They called this a silver-plated sun pendant with a CZ center, clear 24 by 28 millimeter. I thought these were really pretty. Would make a really pretty pair of earrings. Like those, isn't that pretty? Now, again, like I said, all these things are on sale. Aunties Beads has a sale just about all the time, but they're not always the same thing on the sale, so you gotta watch their sales to see if what you want is there or not. But then I got some little triangle spacers, silver-plated triangle. They call them nugget beads, but they're spacers. They were $1.57 for 50. I use these this is a nice spacer for something, you know, if you want to make something more masculine that you don't want to use like a daisy spacer or something in. So they're nice, a little more masculine because they're triangular. Though they are faceted a little on the edges, but they're not, don't look like a flower, obviously. So if you're making masculine things, you have these in every color. Yeah, I have them in the silver, the gold, and bronze, and I think it's gunmetal is the 4th color. I have them in lots of colors too. Then we have for $1.40 this package of 5 antique silver-plated charms with a crystal Siam. I like these ones for either in chandelier. They're pretty in chandelier earrings, but they're also really nice for when you're putting extender chains on things and you want a pretty at the end. These make a really pretty little bit for on the end. Try stacking 3 of them together. I like to stack the spacers, so, and I may have even done that before. I know I have with daisy spacers quite a few times. Or I'll stack, like put a ball spacer on either side of a daisy spacer. That looks really cool too. So anyway, this is a silver-plated donut earring finding, 28 by 34, package of 2 for $1.05. Oh, come on, little baggie. So now these don't have any secondary holes, only the top one. So I sometimes will punch a hole like in here to hang it, dangle or something in here, or maybe even just hang an extra bead strand or two, even three, down through from up. Just hang it on the regular where you would hang the other ones. It looks pretty cool, especially with these bright silver, because they, they sort of mirror. They sort of mirror whatever you've got around them, so because they're so bright of a silver. So those are really cool. I like those a lot. I've got these in not only the silver, I've got them in bronze and then patinaed bronze, which is pretty cool. That looks cool. But the silver one is the only one that acts sort of like a mirror, so everything you put on them. Here is some antique brass diamond findings, 34 by 44, $1.74. Now, this is the color that I had on the other ones as well, except for what I have a set that's also got patina on it, so that's pretty cool. But these are cool for hanging something else. I wonder if I have that still here. I have somewhere, if I can locate it easily. Of course not. When I don't want it, I can find it really, really fast. When I do want it, it takes forever. Have you ever found that out when you're looking for something? Oh yeah, it's right here. No, it's not. I have some that I got. I've got some like little what are they? Fired copper or bronze or whatever they. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera there. Where did I get these? They're from Aunties Beads. So are the silver ones I just had. I have some really pretty of the fire polished, the fire, not fire polish, but the fired bronze or brass, whatever they are, that changes colors. Looks really cool. I put like one of these behind it. And I would have swore I had one sitting right here, but of course, because I want it, I can't find it. Now, if I didn't want it, it would pop right into my hand, and then I'd be going, I didn't ask for you. Thought I saw it for a second there, but apparently not. So and then lastly from my orders, I got some little copper closed rings, package of 50 for $1.40. They're 8mm twisted round jewelry links. They're closed jump rings, more or less. And I like these for if I want to. They're great for hanging with earrings or putting double strands of bracelets or necklaces or anything like that on. They're not huge, so they're not overpowering. They're just a little 8mm one. So, but they're really pretty. Oop. Lose one. So, little copper closed rings. That's true. You could do that. Put some resin flower. You could resin some flowers in the middle of them. Yeah. So anyway, that's my little Aunties Beads order and my order from Bargain Bead Box, as well as our pretty little Valentine's bundles. And I was showing some of the ladies this the other day after Heather was on with her crocheted wire. I got out, this is tassel cord that I got from in my Beadbox Bargains mystery bundles. So I've got gold and red and silver all in here. So I thought I saw fuzzy. I did. That I got in my bead-alone mystery boxes. So I just crocheted one of each color with some beads on each one, and then braided them together to make this really simple. It doesn't really look simple, but it's really lightweight, and so it's pretty long. I didn't ever measure it. I wonder how long it is. Well, that's 24. So it's about 30 inches. But it's really, really lightweight because it is tassel cord that I used. Where did I put the tassel cord? I'll show you what I mean when I say tassel cord. Let's see, it's bead-alone cotton tassel cord, and I got 3 colors here, and all of these came in my mystery box. So oops, on the floor. So that's what I used to crochet this little pretty. So these little beads here with the silver are from they're the last of my beads, well, other than these little pearls, from my Guardian Angel Softlex kit. So you battle to find copper findings there. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. So anyway, we have this. This turned out really pretty. It's not the best crochet job in the world, but I never said I was great at crocheting. But who can tell, because they're all wrapped together. So I need to photograph this. I haven't done so yet. Then I was looking for those accordions because I kept finding ones that are bigger. These are even a little big on one side, but they're the knot's right up in there, so you couldn't get it any smaller. Actually, be nice to have one more strand, but I didn't think about that when I was making them, and I didn't have a 4th color anyway, so we used the colors we had, and it works. But I do need to photograph this one still. And then I also, when I was looking for those tassel cords, I found this button I'd painted some time ago, and I thought, oh, that'll make a nice button bracelet. So I have to get this sent to Kimberly. So anyway, there is all my orders, and I think they're really nice. Now I've got to debate if we want to make something, since I've got all of these goodies here with me. I may use the third one as part of a pendant, because we could hang one of the, like, what color do we want to play with? Do we want the maybe we want to play mix and match? Okay, first things we're going to do here is take this apart. Come on, where's your split? This ring, there it is. Hey Miranda, how you doing, hun? You're shaky, but you're okay. That's good. Have they, I assume they did a biopsy of that tissue they removed. When are you supposed to get the results of that back? Da-da-da. Okay. Clippers, clippers. Who has the clippers? I think I want these two pretty dark Amazonite right here. since these are two-sided, I can flip this so it faces the other way. Put this together here. Put this Amazonite back in the box so we don't lose it, since Rose is notorious for dropping things all over the floor. Okay, I think we can put one of these little bead caps on either side. I thought I had 4 of those out, but oh yeah, there is. Come here, you. You. And then we'll put a strawberry quartz on the top. Now I got the chain out, but I don't think we're going to use it. No, I don't think so. I'm not even sure about our little cubes. We'll have to see. But we want some strawberry quartz out. Don't see my scissors. Guess we'll use these. Boy. Just one of you guys up here. Again, we're trying to lose our beads, so let's put them away. And we're not going to use the chain. Not for these anyway. And I only need, oh, I already got 2 up there. Hey, get out from underneath my nail. So these are going to be pretty simple, but we're using all 3 of the bundles that I got. So we have some nice delicate pink and blue. It's supposed to call. That's good. So we're going to get some gold eye pins. Oh, come on. Where's my gold eye pins? I know I have them. Then I'm going to put the little tiny bead cap and Amazonite and the other little tiny bead cap. Come on, baby. There we go. So cute little bugger. Then we're going to, now you can hardwire this onto the bottom of the heart, or we could just do a little loop and then just jump ring it on. If you hardwire it, you want to go this way so that you can make the loop to come this on, like here. And you want a pretty good sized loop, not just the tiny one you would normally use. So I would go up to the second level here. Well, I guess I should bend it first. Leave a gap so that when you slide it on here, it's going to just go easily on. Then you'll, of course, hold it together while you wrap this piece here. Now you could do a simple loop if you wanted, since the eye pins have simple loops on them. Stubborn. Come on. Tuck that last little bit in. My pliers are catching on the edge of the little cap. Okay, so that's turned a little crooked. See, we're going to just put our pliers in, hold it right here, and just bring that straightened up some. So there's so far. Now we'll open this one up. Let's put this on. Close it back up. Have the strawberry quartz. Come on, there you are. And our little faceted cube. So now I'm gonna want to have a jump ring. So we're gonna want this to come the same way, because we're going to jump ring it onto the ear wires. So now I'm going back to my little guy here, up and over and around. We don't need a gap here because we're going to just use a Tinky Tot jump ring to hook it onto whatever ear wire I decide on. So we're going to just wrap this one up. Hey, hi Jenny, how's it going? So we're just making some earrings out of 3 of the Valentine's bundles here, because they came yesterday for me, and they were waiting for me when I got home from my pre-anesthesia appointment. And so we're using a bead from each one of my little bundles, and we're also using the heart toggles, and I'm using them for charm connectors instead of for toggles. Okay, you're being difficult here. You've got to go right down in there. I got the rose quartz, the Amazonite, and the strawberry quartz. So these little hearts at the bottom are the rose quartz. The little middle bead here between the toggle heart and the rose quartz charm is the Amazonite 6 millimeter. And which is actually, when I measured them out just a minute ago, a little bit over 6. And then the strawberry quartz for the top here, which is a little under 6. So well, come on. These teensy weensy little bead caps are a little difficult to get hold of. Especially since I'm not really used to having these fake nails. You got the Amazonite one, Jenny? So I took Becky's advice and got me some fake nails, and this is the first time I've ever worn them, so I'm not sure. I'm trying to debate with myself whether I really like them or not. Since I got the shorter ones rather than any of the really long ones they always have. Oh, I forgot my gap. Got to leave a gap so we can put our heart on. Now, because I've got this heart going this way, I want to start this backwards. So I'll start it going this way. And then I want it when it comes around so that it's facing this direction. So now we'll wrap this baby up on here. But I sort of decided if I'm going to play, I might as well play with all 3 that I have. And we used all 3, something from all 3 bundles to make our earrings here. Okay, tuck in there. There we go. Those tiny little bead caps get in the way of tucking there. So now we got the last one to put on. But I think they're pretty, but I'm not used to having, like I said, they're the first time I've ever used fake nails, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure about them yet. Hey, Carolyn, I didn't see you come on. Oh, you just did. Becky trims hers down. I filed mine a little bit because they had a slightly rough edge on the top. So I filed them down a little bit, and I filed the sides down a little bit here too because they were a little bit more straight across than I like them. So I filed them to get a little bit of roundness in them. So I think that helps some. Not used to them is the biggest problem because you know what your own nails will do. When you're using them, I'm like, well, I know that I can push the wire with my regular nail. Can I do it with this nail? I'm not sure if I can or not, kind of thing, you know? And so it'll take some getting used to. I did damage this one already. So I'm like, well, oops. Well, that doesn't help, does it? At least it fell right between my feet, so it didn't run away. Up a little. The other one went down too, and it drove me nuts. Ooh, you're bending on me here. Just straighten that up. Okay. Now they just need their ear wires and they're done. So cute. Baby blue and pink. Oh, you couldn't type. Okay. You still have your sleepy voice, so you can't record right now. I understand that. So anyway, we've got to put some ear wires on these guys. And these are done. So let's check our lever back, see if it's working good. Those two are. I have one little tinky tot sitting right here on my desk, but I don't think I have another one here. So I will have to get one out of my jar. Belle, go back over where you belong. I said go back over here. This is one of the bells I got from Heather. I love the sound of this bell. So it's sitting here on my desk. Usually I ask for a couple of tiki dots to come out and a whole bunch come out. And I did one that time, so I got two. You're heading back to Becky's? That should be a fun visit, Jenny. There's number 1. Now we just need to put the ear wire on number 2. And when you put your ear wire on, breaks on the other side here, you want to pay attention to the way you're putting it on. See, I want this to go this direction, so I want to make sure the earring will be facing the front side. So, and I know that's a pretty basic thing, but something you still got to think about. There's been many a times I wasn't paying attention, held it up, and the dang thing was backwards. So now these, if you don't care how this heart's going, you could it wouldn't make a difference if you, because the other thing would be the same. But there we go. There's our earrings using our Valentine's kits. This is the toggle. Since I had multiple kits, like 3 kits, I had 3 toggles. So this is our toggle. This is the rose quartz little charm hearts. This is the Amazonite 6mm with a couple of the little tiny bead caps. This is the rose quartz with one of the little faceted squares. So, oh, thank you, Jenny. You got this same bell for the same reason. Yeah. Yeah. Any excuse works, right, Jen? Oh, yeah, that's true. Randy was mentioning this morning that there was supposed to be the Arctic snow blast was supposed to go down way south. My husband, when he came home, said that our roads department is changing some of the equipment along the roads right now. So um, I think we're expecting it to show up here too. But we'll see. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. But you never can tell. And then sometimes they predict all these wonderful things, and then nothing shows up. And sometimes that's the lovely thing. But anyway, so there's our little pair of cute little earrings made from our 3 Valentine's kits. 1 bead from each Valentine's kit, and then toggles, the female part of the toggle from 2 of them. And I think, like I was mentioning, I think I'll take the 3rd toggle, since I don't really care for toggles. I used to use toggles all the time, but I like the ones with the bow in the bar, though this is a really long bar, so it would probably be safer than a lot of them are. But I like the bow like this in my toggle, so that when it's down, it's bent around the bar, so that the bar is, I should say, the bar is bent around the main part so that it doesn't easily release. It's my big pet peeve with those, is that it do sometimes easily release. So what I was thinking is taking the big guy and just, when making this into a pendant with one of the big hearts, make a necklace to go with the earrings. So yeah, I could, because I've got the 3 things, and like I said, I'm going to try and I'm going to use one of these to go with this. And since we use the rose quartz at the bottom of this, if we want to have we could put the rose quartz at the bottom here and put one of these guys between here to make it match entirely. You need a more blue one. Here we go. And then that pendant, then we could make something with that pendant. We have our beautiful, oops, I pulled out more than one strand. We have our pretty chain, if we wanted to go really basic. Or we could just take our chain and break it periodically and put some pretties in between to make it match up good. I don't think, if we're going to put that together, I need a couple of these little guys. Oops, wrong spot. Come out of there. You're not chain and you're not squares. So apparently you've decided you want to be a square. There we go. Yes, a few beaded links would be what I'd do with the chain. I would use it. I don't think I'd put the strawberry quartz up here because it's would make the pendant way longer than I want. But I could put this up and then put the strawberry quartz as the closest break in my beads. I'm just going to make this pendant up, and then we're going to put it back in the box all done up. And then we're going to break off for the day. It's getting, we've been on for about, what is it, an hour and a half? Yeah. And I believe Heather's coming on again today at her normal time. So we do want to have a little time in between me and her so that everybody can go potty, get a drink, all that other fun stuff. That is a normal part of life that you just got to do sometimes. So put that around. I'm using my second step on my bell making pliers to get that sizing we want here. That needs to tip back some. There we go. Then, like I say, we're going to feed this on. Right now, I'm not caring which way is front and which way is back, so I'm just going to feed it on normally. And I didn't give it enough gap, it looks like. There we go. And then we'll wind this baby up, and our pendant will be done, unless I decide to put it on a regular bail. And I might do that. I'll have to decide. Slide up, you're coming down again. We don't want you to do that. I'll have to decide if I want to put it on a bail, or if I decide to do this at the top, we can always make a larger loop for our top here. And that one slid again. Come on, up you go. And just straighten that up some. Then we can, oops. Just make a really big loop at the top so it'll go over the chain to, as the bail itself when we do it. Come on, go down. There we go. That's a good baby. You will be a little bit crooked. Tuck. So it's not as crooked as I thought it was. So there's the pendant piece, which, like I said, I may decide in the end to put the strawberry quartz up there and then make a big loop, maybe even bigger than this one, so that it will slide on our chain. What do you think? Hey, Georgina. Oh, thank you, Dawn. That's cool. So Dawn has got a Celtic heart knot that she has made out of satin cord, and she says she has posted the picture in the Beading Besties as well as in my in Rose's Garden Facebook page. So so we can all see how to do that. So if we wanted to, could make one of these pieces up here and then make a big loop to go over our for a bail for our pendant. And then we'll break it and put periodic spots of the rose quartz, the strawberry quartz, and the amazonite through the chain every once in a while, I think. So we are going to need to give that some thought, decide if that's the way we want to do it. But I think that would probably work best. So but I think this is it's gonna be delicate, but very, very pretty. I think it'll look really nice. It will make a nice set if you wanted the set. When I sell my items, I sell them saying, well, this can go with this for a nice set, but I don't generally make them be a set. I do have a few that are specifically sets, but I don't usually make them be a set because not everybody wants a full set, you know. But sometimes they do. So if I do sell them as a set, I'll sometimes say you can take like 5 or 10% off if you want the whole set as opposed to just one piece. So if we want to do the strawberry quartz and put it up here and make it into the bail, we can do that. But I would even make a bigger loop than this one probably, because this chain, even though it's really delicate, you don't want it stuck somewhere on one of these hearts. You want it to be able to slide on the heart. So, well, that one might be big enough, but I didn't check when we made it, so who knows. But I think we'll leave this decision for tomorrow. We'll put our pendant piece back into our box and our chain, and then we'll make that decision tomorrow when we make our necklace to go with our earrings. So I think these turned out cute, and I think we're probably going to go. So let's turn up for a moment. And earring. I think it turned out really nice. Incorporated all 3 of my box colors and made for a nice little pink and blue earring. Now, one other set of earrings I've been planning to make. What did I do with those? There they are. Is we got a few minutes, but I don't want to take very long. Is I got these purple butterflies the other day. They're pretty, aren't they? Now my daughter is allergic to gold, so she has to wear silver. These are silver. Well, a brass with silver, but coating, but they're not gold. My daughter's allergic to gold. It's these pretty purple butterflies we got from Aunties Beads. She loves purple. Her birthday was yesterday. So I've been thinking I'd make her a pair of earrings with these, but she is a nurse, so she can't wear long earrings. So I was debating if I wanted to just cut this loop off the bottom and just hang the butterflies on a ear wire for her. Or if I want to put a teeny weeny little dangle at the bottom, just so we don't have to cut that off. But that's another day kind of thing, so maybe we'll work on that tomorrow too. So put that aside, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. I hope everybody's having a lovely day today and continues to have a lovely day. And like I say, I'll see everybody tomorrow. And this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.